Section 1. The unsettling echo. Is someone listening? You are in your kitchen, talking to a friend, craving authentic Italian pasta. You didn't search for it. You didn't type it into an app. You just said it out loud. A few hours later, you scroll social media. An ad appears. A gleaming bowl of spaghetti carbonara from a new restaurant nearby. A chill runs down your spine. Too specific to be random. You look at the smart speaker on the counter, the phone in your hand. Are my gadgets eavesdropping on me? Being watched, or listened to, is a modern anxiety. We welcomed an army of smart devices into private corners of our lives. Smart speakers, smart televisions, smart watches, smartphones. Section 2. The mechanics of listening. Wake words and data streams. To understand if your devices are eavesdropping, you first need to understand how they listen. Most voice-activated devices like an Amazon Echo or a Google Nest operate on a wake word system. They are technically always listening, but only for a very specific short phrase such as Alexa, "Hey Google, Siri." The device has a small, low-power processor that does nothing but listen for the acoustic pattern of that specific word. This initial listening happens locally, on the device itself. Your conversations are not being streamed to the cloud in real time 24 hours a day. The device is in a state of passive waiting, like a sentry at a gate waiting for a password. Once the device detects its wake word, its behavior changes dramatically. It wakes up and begins to record everything that is said immediately afterward. This audio snippet, which is your actual command or question, is then compressed and sent over the internet to the company's powerful servers in the cloud. It is on these remote computers that the heavy lifting occurs. Sophisticated artificial intelligence algorithms analyze the sound waves of your voice, convert them into text, and figure out the intent of your request. Is it a command to play a song? A question about the weather? A request to add something to your shopping list? The cloud server finds the answer and sends a response back to your device, which then speaks it to you or performs the requested action. This entire process happens in a matter of seconds. It is a marvel of modern engineering, but it is also a data pipeline that sends pieces of your life out of your home and into the hands of a corporation. Section 3. When ears are always on accidental recordings and human review. The problem of accidental recordings reveals a more unsettling truth. Pieces of your private life can end up stored on a company server without your knowledge or consent. You might be having a heated argument, sharing a secret with a loved one, discussing a confidential business matter, and a fragment of that conversation could be captured and archived. Amazon, Google, Apple have all admitted that their devices can be triggered mistakenly. In one highly publicized case from 2018, an Amazon Echo recorded a private conversation and sent it to someone in the couple's contacts. Amazon confirmed the incident, a rare misinterpretation. But it showed how catastrophic failures can be. What happens to these recordings once they're in the cloud? For a long time, users assumed they were only processed by machines. However, investigations revealed that this is not the whole story. Amazon, Google, Apple, Facebook used human contractors worldwide to listen to and transcribe a small percentage of recordings. The stated purpose was quality control, to improve the accuracy of the artificial intelligence. By having a human check what the machine heard, they can train the system to understand different accents, dialects, patterns of speech more effectively. While the goal of improving the service is understandable, the method created a massive privacy backlash. Users were not clearly informed, let alone the accidental recordings of their private moments. Reports described hearing deeply personal and sometimes distressing audio, including criminal activity, potential assaults. They heard people's medical information and financial details, intimate conversations. The companies argued that this data was anonymized, but even without a name, content can identify a person, identify their location, or identify their habits, raising serious ethical and privacy concerns. In response, more control. Beyond voice, the wider net of data collection, while the focus is often on voice recordings, recognize this is only one piece. Your smart devices are sensors that gather many types of data about you and your environment. Your smartphone is a treasure trove of personal information. It knows your location through GPS. It knows your location through Wi-Fi. It knows your location through cell towers. It knows who you talk to from call logs. It knows who you know from contact lists. It knows what you are interested in from your browsing history. It knows what you use from app usage. Its microphone can be accessed by numerous apps. Many apps request microphone permission when you install them. Social apps may need it for recording video. Messaging apps may need it for voice calls. Some apps access the microphone in the background. That practice can be used for covert purposes. Some technologies let apps listen for ultrasonic audio beacons from televisions, or beacons used in retail stores. Those sounds are inaudible to humans, but your phone can detect them. That lets companies link your phone to what you're watching on TV, or to which aisle you're in at a store. Many permissions go far beyond app function. A simple game doesn't need your location. A flashlight app doesn't need access to contacts. Yet many apps request permissions and users click allow. A single piece of data may seem harmless. A single location point, a list of installed apps, a single web search. But when aggregated and analyzed together, they paint an intimate portrait. Your daily routines, your political beliefs, your health conditions, your social circle, your personal vulnerabilities. That comprehensive profile is digital currency. Not just to sell pasta, but to build predictive models of you. Those models serve hyper-targeted ads. They influence your purchasing decisions. They can shape the news and information you see. Data from your smart speaker, your phone, your watch, your TV, all flow into the same ecosystem. Voice data adds the context of spoken words to this massive surveillance architecture. It tracks what you do, where you go, and who you are. The high stakes of being heard: privacy, security, and manipulation. The constant collection of your data, particularly your voice. Privacy, security, personal autonomy. The most immediate risk is the loss of privacy. Private conversations are meant to be just that, private. When they are recorded, stored, and potentially heard by others, that privacy is irrevocably lost. The accidental recording of a sensitive medical diagnosis. The accidental recording of a confidential work discussion. The accidental recording of an intimate moment. Those exposures can have embarrassing or even devastating real-world consequences if revealed. This chilling effect can lead people to self-censor even in their own homes. Beyond privacy, there are serious security risks. Any database of stored information is a target for hackers. We have seen massive data breaches at countless major corporations. There's no reason to believe stored voice recordings are immune. A breach could expose the private conversations of millions of users, or sell them on the dark web. Malicious actors could use this information for blackmail. Malicious actors could use this information for identity theft. Malicious actors could use this information for social engineering attacks. Imagine a scammer calling your elderly parent and using a snippet of your own voice to make their plea for money more convincing. The potential for misuse is vast and frightening. Furthermore, this data is a powerful tool for manipulation. The profiles that companies build are used to influence your behavior. When a system knows your habits, when a system knows your moods, when a system knows your unspoken desires, it can present offers at the precise moment you're most vulnerable to suggestion. This is not just about showing you an ad for pasta. It can extend to political advertising designed to sway your vote. It can extend to content feeds that prey on your anxieties to keep you engaged. Over time, subtle manipulation can erode your ability to make independent choices, shaping your reality in ways that serve corporate or political interests, not your own. Finally, the normalization of this surveillance has profound legal and societal implications. In many countries, laws have not kept pace with rapid tech advancement, leaving significant gaps in consumer protection. The data collected by these devices can be subject to government requests and court orders. What you say in the privacy of your home could potentially be used against you in a legal proceeding. This creates a society where citizens are under a state of passive surveillance, a reality fundamentally at odds with the principles of a free and open society. The stakes are not just about convenience. They're about the kind of world we want to live in. Taking back control. Simple steps for digital self-defense. Feeling overwhelmed by this reality is normal. But you are not powerless. You can take simple, practical steps today to protect yourself. Reclaim a measure of your digital privacy. The first and most important step is to review the settings on your devices. Open the app for your smart speaker. Open the app for your smartphone assistant, and look for privacy settings. Find the option to delete your voice recording history. And do it. Find the setting that allows the company to use your recordings for product improvement. Opt out. This single action prevents human reviewers from listening to your voice clips. Second, be mindful of microphone permissions on your phone. Regularly review which apps have access to your microphone. If a game is asking for microphone access, question why. If a photo editor is asking for microphone access, question why. If a news app is asking for microphone access, question why. If there is no good reason for it to have that permission, revoke it. Be stingy with permissions. Grant access only to apps that absolutely need it, like a video conferencing app or a voice memo app. Additionally, many smart speakers have a physical mute button that disconnects the microphone. Get into the habit of pressing that button when you are not actively using the device, especially during sensitive conversations. Third, think critically about where you place these devices. Keep smart speakers out of the most private areas of your home, bedrooms, home offices. A smart speaker in the kitchen for timers and music may be a reasonable trade-off, but one on your nightstand is a far greater privacy risk. You have control over your physical environment. Use that control to create zones of privacy within your own home, places where you can be sure no device is listening. This simple act of physical separation can make a significant difference. Ultimately, the most powerful tool you have is awareness. Do not accept new technology into your life uncritically. Before you buy the next smart gadget, ask yourself some fundamental questions. What data does this device collect? Where does that data go? Who has access to it? Read reviews that focus on privacy and security, not just features. The goal is not to reject technology entirely, but to make informed choices. By understanding how these devices work and the risks they entail, you can decide for yourself what level of convenience is worth what level of privacy.